Hi YouTube, this is Jado from Die Hard Gunners, and haven't posted anything in a while because honestly I've been really frustrated with the way Arsenal is playing. But having seen the last game against Vitoria, I really thought that hey I needed to get out and just put some my thoughts out there because it's really crazy what's going on at Arsenal. So we ended up winning this game, but it was embarrassing. Victoria, no disrespect to Victoria, but Victoria are below championship level team. They're that poor. I get still Arsenal had to sweat for 80 minutes to pull the game back to level. And the only reason we got level was out of sheer brilliance from Nicola Pepe. Two, two absolutely stunning free kicks to win us the points. um, So at this point, I thought I'd throw my views out there regarding the coach, uh, Una Emery. Honestly, he needs to go. That's the bottom line of what he's doing here at Arsenal is tantamount to malpractice as far as I'm concerned. He's harming the team deliberately in order to prove a point or to win a pissing match between him and Ozil, which says to me that he's not at the maturity level to manage at a club like Arsenal. If he thinks that people pay his money to watch him coach, then he's totally missed the point and shouldn't be coaching any team as far as I'm concerned. And the reason why I'm so upset about this, normally if this was a no-name coach, I wouldn't even be that angry. But the truth is, Emery has a history of this nonsense. He did the same thing at PSG, cost him his job, and he's done it almost everywhere he's gone. He's had fights with talented players and reacts like a baby, pretty much. That's basically what it is. So right now, it is clear that the team is missing a creative spark. Clear, absolutely. There's no creativity in the team, and we have one of the most creative players in Premier League history sitting at home, paying him £350,000 a week, and yet still he can't make the squad. Why? Because our coach is too arrogant to admit that this guy makes us better and is instead playing Emil Smith Rowe and Joe Willock and Torreira in that role. This is why we have our forwards being frustrated. If you saw Lacazette's face last night, there are about 3 times when Emil Smith Rowe should have played him in, and he would have been wide open for a shot on goal. And he didn't play him, he played the wrong pass. This is the problem. If you don't play Ozil, I'm sorry, this Arsenal team is a mid-table team. We will not finish higher than 8th if Ozil isn't played. That is the reality. If you have such a problem with him, you should have bought a replacement for him because Danny Ceballos is not a number 10. He is clearly, clearly a deep line midfielder. He's almost exactly the same as Xhaka. No difference. The only difference is that he's better on the ball in terms of dribbling. His passing is poor as well. He made some atrocious passes last night. The whole midfield was atrocious. Joe Willock, I'm sorry, Joe Willock is a good little lad, but he's nowhere near ready the Premier League level. Nowhere near. He's failed in every single match he's played, as far as I'm concerned, except for some of the League Cup games where that is the level that Joe Willock is at right now. All of the Premier League games that he's played, he's been lost at sea. He's had to be taken off twice now. He played in Sheffield. He started the match at Sheffield as number 10. Took him off at halftime because he was abysmal. Come again tonight, he played him as a pivot with Torreira, with Emil in front of him, and had to be taken off at halftime. This says to me that the kid is not ready. And yet, still, when the coach has to take him out, there is no one on the bench to come in to fill the space. We had to change to a midfield diamond by moving Lacazette. Well, at first he put on Ceballos and Guendouzi, and that made a difference because we started having real midfielders in midfield. But we still had at that point he moved Torreira to play as the number 10, which made absolutely no sense. Torreira is not a number 10, and he had Guendouzi covering and playing in a pivot behind um, behind Emil Smith Rowe and Torreira, which made the combination just doesn't make any sense. Ceballos should be the one who's pushed forward, but it's clear that he's not able to play up forward because he insists on playing him deep. So at this stage, I am confused and I am frustrated because I don't understand what is the point of this argument. If you don't play Ozil, there's no way you can sell him at the end of the year. He will sit. If I was Ozil, I would sit on that $350,000 a week until the end of my contract, which is 2 years from now. Emery doesn't have 2 years. If he doesn't get to top four, which I guarantee you we will not get if Ozil doesn't play, he will be fired. That is the reality. And yet still he's acting as if he has some like he's some I saw his press conference, and he's way more arrogant than Arsene Wenger. Way more. And he has done absolutely nothing. He has made the team worse in every measurable metrics that you can look at. There's nothing we're doing better right now as a team than we were doing under Arsene Wenger. We aren't scoring as many goals. We aren't creating as many chances. We aren't winning as much possession. We are conceding more goals, and we are allowing way more shots at our goal. So, what is the improvement? It is garbage. We are playing garbage, and the if nothing is done, we are going to be found out really soon because the only outlet for creating goals is on the flanks. Our wing backs coming down the flanks and making squares. We have nobody who can head the ball. So crosses into the box are useless as far as Lacazette and Aubameyang are concerned. If it's headers, they're thinking to win, and the defenders are going to be onto it. This is why Pepe looks so bad. There is no connection between our midfield and our forwards. We need a creative force sitting behind those three forwards to supply the channels with balls. It is not common. It's not even rocket science. This is common sense football. And yet still this man who has come to our team is totally ruining our reputation. We have become the laughing stock of the Premier League. That is the reality. Because if Pepe didn't pull out those brilliant shots yesterday, we would have gotten beat soundly by a Bush League team, Vitoria, that doesn't. I mean, the price for Pepe alone could probably buy their entire squad, and yet still he would have felt justified. And you know what? What really upset me? There's that clip that's circulating of him approaching Mesut in training and seeming to have some kind of confrontation with Mesut. This is immediately after the game where he got totally outcoached and beat by Sheffield Wednesday. Right? He's approaching Mesut as if to say, it seems as if he's saying, "Are you happy?" or like, "Are you willing to come?" Like, I don't know. If you're the coach and you leave me out and we get beat, why the hell are you coming to talk to me? It doesn't make any sense. You should be coaching your team because you made your selection and you thought that you said that those persons deserved to play. No, if I'm a professional footballer and you're telling me that other players who are 18 and 19 years old have zero experience and not even half the talent as I do, deserve to play and I don't deserve to be in the squad, then you should suck up the losses when you lose. You shouldn't be coming to talk to me after that, and then still drops me from the squad for the next match and barely scrapes through. If you looked at Emery on the sideline, he was completely lost. Lost. He had no answers coming off the bench. He had nothing. We were supposed to lose that game. The only trump card he had was Pepe coming off the bench, and his sheer, not luck, but just brilliance from Pepe that saves Emery's embarrassment. Anyway, right now, the good thing about the situation is that the other teams are doing terribly, and we have a chance to make use of their poor performances. But Arsenal needs to play Mesut. We need to find supply for our forwards. The sooner we do that, the better our chances. I've made up my mind as far as Unai Emery is concerned. If we could fire him now, and I like there are a couple coaches that I like, but I don't know if we could get them in. I'm not into the Mourinho camp. I don't think Mourinho is just out of pride. I don't think we should take Mourinho. Not that he wouldn't. He's a 10 times better coach than Emery, but I just don't think he's culturally he would fit. I like the Ajax coach. He looks bright. I like the type of football that Ajax play. That's really what I'm saying. I like the football that I see them play. Um, Allegri, I'll take him as well, but I'm not really super excited. I think we need a young, upcoming, bright coach. Somebody who actually, Freddie Youngberg, I think has the right understanding of what Arsenal should be, and I think all the pieces are there for us to play brilliant football. We just need to use the pieces that we have. Anyway, I just had to get this off my chest. This is Jada from Die Hard Gunners just saying, give him my 2 bits. Come on, Arsenal.